The greatest love you can experience is in communion with God. It is a love that surpasses all understanding, a love that knows no bounds. When you open your heart to God and invite Him into your life, you are inviting the greatest love of all. In communion with God, you will find a love that is unconditional and unwavering. It is a love that does not depend on your actions or your worthiness, but simply exists because you are a beloved child of God. This love is a source of comfort and strength, providing you with the reassurance that you are never alone. In communion with God, you will experience a love that is transformative. It has the power to heal, to restore, and to bring about positive change in your life. This love can mend broken relationships, mend broken hearts, and bring peace to your soul. It is a love that can guide you through the darkest of times and lead you to a place of hope. In communion with God, you will encounter a love that is all-encompassing. It fills every corner of your being, leaving no space for doubt or fear. This love empowers you to love others, to forgive, and to show compassion. It enables you to see the world through a lens of love, allowing you to recognize the beauty and goodness in all things. In communion with God, you will find a love that is eternal. It is a love that transcends this earthly existence and carries on into the next. This love will never leave you, never forsake you, and will continue to sustain you for all of eternity. The greatest love you can experience is in communion with God. It is a love that brings comfort, healing, transformation, and eternal hope. Open your heart to God and let His love fill you to overflowing. You will never be the same again. In the realm of existence, there is no love greater than the profound connection one experiences in communion with God. This divine bond transcends all earthly forms of affection and reaches the depths of our very souls. When we truly immerse ourselves in the presence of the Almighty, an overwhelming sense of love envelops us. It is a love that surpasses all understanding, a love that knows no bounds. In this sacred union, there is a profound solace, a sense of belonging that resonates within our hearts. In communion with God, we are embraced with a love that is unconditional and everlasting. It is a love that does not judge or condemn, but rather accepts us for who we truly are. In the divine presence, we find the freedom to be our authentic selves, to let go of all pretenses, and embrace the truth of our being. This love is not limited by our flaws or shortcomings. It sees beyond our imperfections and cherishes our unique individuality. It is a love that sees the beauty within us, even when we are unable to see it ourselves. In communion with God, we are reminded that we are perfectly and wonderfully made. Through this sacred connection, we also discover a love that is transformative. It has the power to heal, to mend our brokenness, and to bring light into the darkest corners of our lives. In the embrace of God's love, we find solace in times of sorrow, strength in times of weakness, and hope in times of despair. This love in communion with God extends beyond our personal experiences. It also extends to our relationships with others. When we are deeply connected to the divine, our capacity to love and show compassion expands. We become vessels of God's love, radiating kindness and understanding to those around us. In communion with God, we are reminded that love is not merely confined to romantic relationships or familial ties. It is a force that permeates every aspect of our lives, allowing us to form deep, meaningful connections with all beings. This love transcends boundaries and unites us as one human family. So let us seek this greatest love, this love in communion with God. Let us open our hearts and minds to the divine presence that surrounds us, ready to embrace us in love. For it is in this sacred union that we will discover a love that is beyond measure, a love that will eternally guide and uplift us on our spiritual journey, the most profound and extraordinary love that one can ever encounter. is to be found in the sacred embrace of communion with God. In this divine union, human hearts are intertwined with the eternal love of the Creator, and an indescribable bond is formed that transcends the earthly realm. When we speak of communion with God, we are referring to a state of being in which our souls are intimately connected with the spiritual essence of the Almighty. It is a divine encounter that surpasses any human relationship or earthly affection. It is a love that knows no limits, no boundaries, and no end. In the depths of communion with God, our senses are enlivened by a love that is both tender and powerful. It is a love that fills us with an overwhelming sense of peace, joy, and fulfillment. It is a love that heals the brokenness of our hearts and gently soothes our deepest wounds. In the presence of God, we experience a love that embraces us fully just as we are. We are accepted, cherished, and cherished beyond measure. There is no judgment, no condemnation, only unconditional love that is pure and unending. This love that we encounter in communion with God is transformative. It penetrates the depths of our being, bringing forth a profound sense of purpose and meaning. It illuminates our lives, guiding our steps and leading us to a place of inner harmony and contentment. Through communion with God, we come to understand that we are not alone. In this journey of life, we are divinely connected to a love that is greater than anything we could ever imagine. In times of sorrow, God's love provides solace and comfort. In times of confusion, His love offers clarity and wisdom. In times of joy, His love amplifies our happiness and fills our hearts with gratitude. The greatest love we can experience is in communion with God, because it is a love that encompasses all aspects of our lives. It is a love that satisfies the deepest longings of our souls and fulfills our innate desire for connection and purpose. It is a love that sustains us in times of trial and elevates us to new heights of spiritual awareness. So let us seek communion with God, open our hearts to receive the depth of His love, and embrace the transformative power that it holds. For in this divine union, we will discover a love that transcends human understanding and experience the greatest love that our souls long for.